Please stop it, it hurts. Her scream echoed with trembling, screaming with the same sentences as she woke up from the nightmare. When she found herself alone, not with him, she sighed in relief. Just then her bedroom door opened and Hannah stepped in with anxiety. When Hannah saw Vaughn, she wasn't surprised. She knew this often happened with Vaughn's nightmares and her past. Hey, you again? Got his nightmare, didn't you? Asking this, she came towards the bed. Vaughn nodded as she sat up straight, nodding. Don't be scared. He's gone already. He won't get you back at all. Get freshen up now. You are already late for work. Okay. She tucked her hair strands behind her ears and went. Vaughn was still sitting at her desk and keeping her eyes only on the computer screen, still working, when one of her co-workers came and saw her working on the design for the client. That looks nice. She spoke without taking her eyes off the screen. This is the 4th time I'm working on this. Great. Saying this, he walked away to talk with others, and Vaughn was only minding her own business until she heard one of the guys talking about someone. She finally took her gaze off the screen and glanced at the other side of the desk, seeing Jay talking with 2 other guys in the distance. Yeah, I also heard. That's so creepy, man. Seems like that Psycho could have turned this city into a if the police hadn't urged him. Hearing the word Psycho, a shiver ran down her spine. She automatically stopped working and turned from the computer and called Jay. Jay, I'll leave. What happened suddenly? Aren't you feeling well? Do you want me to drop you home? Nothing happened. I just need to leave. Saying this, she put on her handbag and left. What happened to her that made her stop working when she had almost finished it? As Van was walking on the empty street, her mind also. Her phone buzzed with a message. She glanced at her phone with disinterest, but what she read made her stop in her tracks. Looks like you have improved so much that you are now roaming outside at this time alone, freely. She looked on suspiciously and didn't see anyone near her. Who was it? She whispered while walking and replied. Who are you? She sent it, and within seconds she got a reply. You touched me, baby girl. When she heard it, she was staring down her spine, and her legs went numb at the word baby girl. No, it wasn't him. It wasn't him. She kept repeating it to convince herself not to be scared. Seeing her reaction, the person started a video call directly instead of messaging. She didn't have the courage to even pick up the call and dropped her phone, saying to herself, It's fake, it's fake. Turn around, baby girl. I really wished watching you panic for me. When she heard his creepy voice from behind, she screamed in fear and tried to run, not daring to look back even once. But she quickly grabbed a bunch of her hair and pulled her back, slamming her against his chest. He started laughing creepily and forced her to look at him. When she looked back at him closely, she couldn't believe her eyes seeing her psycho ex-boyfriend. She was trembling even head to toe. No, leave me alone, please. Oh, really, baby girl? He asked, leaning closer and tightening his grip on her hair to make sure she wouldn't even stumble back from him. Please, I'm begging you, leave me, Jungkook. Such a good performance. But quite your skills for now. I won't miss you this time, even if it costs your life. The way he said it, digging his eyes into her dreary eyes, left her speechless as she realized he wasn't going to leave her. That's when another male voice was suddenly heard. What? Is that you? When she saw Hannah's boyfriend coming towards them, she didn't feel safe or ask for any help, as she knew how dangerous her psycho boyfriend was. No, please don't come. Run away, run away. Hey, who are you? Let go of her. What will you do otherwise? Do you want to be joined by me? He rushed towards them and raised his hand to strike. But Jungkook twisted his arm and grabbing him quickly and kicked him in his knees, making him fall. Before Min could scream, Jungkook let go of Hwang's hair and grabbed him by the back of his head and dragged him near the edge of an iron bench. No, please don't hurt him. She tried to stop him, but Jungkook didn't listen. He started hitting Min's head against the edge of the bench, beating him as Min bled heavily in pain. He died on the spot. That's when Jungkook let go of grip on the dead body's grave. When Min's body collapsed in front of her mind and she lost consciousness. As she was about to fall, Jungkook grabbed her by the wrist and pulled her close, not even minding the dead body. Did I scare my baby girl already? He chuckled and threw her on his right shoulder, glancing at the dead body with his creepy eyes. You really thought you could come back with me and my baby girl? He kicked the body face with his boot, making it jump and move from the spot. No one is going to separate her from me. If anyone tries, it will be their last day. Jungkook stepped into the bedroom with a tray of food and smiled, seeing her still unconscious, lying in the middle of the bed like a sleeping queen beneath a soft blanket, while the cold wind was coming through the curtains as they swayed, hiding by the window. He placed a tray on the table and sat on the bed near her, looking at her. The way some strands of her hair were moving on her forehead in the cold was making her eyebrows follow. Then he wanted to fix it. He brought his hand towards her face and brushed her hair back, feeling how sensitive she was. But when she felt his touch, it disturbed her. When she suddenly opened her eyes, she was scared to see him so close, touching her. Screaming in fear, she tried to get off the bed. But he easily caught her wrist before she could escape and pulled her back, making her fall and sit on the bed. Stop trying to escape, baby girl. No one can even come here near you. Please stay away from me. Why should I? Remember, you are mine. No, why not? We have been in love for 3 years. The past is past. No, I'm no longer yours. I'm already engaged to someone else. When she said, his eyes darkened as he looked at her. He let go her wrist silently, and she thought she could make him let go of her completely. Don't you dare say that again. I know everything. I really got engaged. I belong to someone else. He cut her sentence off in the middle of with a single slap across her face. The sharp sound echoed the room, grabbing the back of her hair and pulled towards him, shouting dangerously, showing his obsession with her through his actions. Shut up. Even if you are married to someone else, I won't leave you. You belong to me only. You are mine whether you agree or not. Understand? She was trembling, but her cheek was already red from the shock. So she didn't say anything. His blood was boiling at her refusal. He grabbed her throat and pinned her to the headboard of the bed, shouting dangerously, showing clearly how psycho he could be, wanting her, but able to kill her if needed to. Hearing it, he felt satisfied and let go of her, laughing as he backed away. She was gasping, looking at him in horror. His laugh sounded real creepy. Tears were slightly forming in her eyes, but she blinked them away, controlling herself. Don't even try to provoke my image, baby girl. If you really don't want to get ruined by it, got it? He asked her, his eyes digging into her skin. She held back her tears and nodded fearfully. Good girl. Come on, I brought food for you. Eat it. He took the tray from the table and was about to hand it to her. I'm not hungry. What did you say? She was about to repeat it, but when he crushed the food and spoon in his grip, the spoon spot near his neck. He raised his voice. What did you say? Nothing. I'm hungry. Please give me food. She was trembling as she took the food and started eating, seeing her panic and trembling. He felt a sense of pride and love, knowing she would never dare to move from there out of fear. She sat on the bed with teary eyes, murmuring to herself with no hope. How dangerous and cunning he was. He literally caged me in his prison and called it home and safety. Did he really went there? He kidnapped me, forcing me to stay with him, as if he wasn't a psychopath. I don't know how long I can manage here with his psychopathic ways. It's not even living here. It's just surviving. Just by staying in this life, I'm scared I'll lose my mind. I want to get away from him, but how? He locked the door and kept the keys with him. Tears fell from her eyes, but they sparkled as she got an idea. When the door opened, Jungkook came inside. He looked at her, expecting her to be, as usual, ignore him, but he didn't see her on the bed. He took a few more strides and furrowed on his eyebrows, but froze when she suddenly hugged him from behind. He looked back over his shoulder and saw the way she was clinging to him, pressing her face against his leg. He really couldn't believe it. Did she really even understand what she was doing? But he didn't a word, as he missed it so much. When they were in a relationship, she used to hug him like this. He then removed her hands from him and then spoke. You really thought I escaped, didn't you? He was surprised now, seeing the way she looked at him with an irritable expression and speaking in a sweet tone, not a hateful tone. She intertwined her fingers with his, gently twitching them, looking into his dark eyes with a sparkling, loving gaze. I'm sorry, Jungkook. I was just distracted by something and kept you away from me, hurting you. Now I see your true love for me again. Please forgive me. He asked in despair, gripping her Christian fingers in his, not expecting that she would understand him completely. Yes, Jungkook, when I saw your dangerous side and of others, hurting them, killing them, and the way you started showing your love in your outfit, I thought it was all crucial. I was scared whenever you stopped and started beating someone, even when I just stopped. Couldn't understand your true love. Even when we used to check my home at midnights, and when you scared my male friends from even coming to meet me, or at least I thought it was insane, an obsession. Whenever you hurt me, I tried to cross things to go out, and made me stay in the basement. I thought I was just orphan, not realizing you were just protecting me from the cruel world. Please forgive me. I love you, Jungkook. I love you so much. Jungkook was surprised by how much she loved him and how much she blaming herself and him and hugging her tightly. Please, love me more, baby. Love me more than you do now. I can't live without your love, and don't even try to hold me. I would be lost. That's how much I'm into you. She was sitting in his hug and hugged him back. Then her hand slowly slid from his face to his pant pockets, grabbed the key, not letting him suspect anything. She hid it in her sleeves. When he leaned his face closer to hers for a kiss, she broke the hug and backed away. Okay, every day you make food for me. From today, I'll make it for my Jungkook. I'm not hungry now. I want you. When he tried to pull her closer, she tensed up and shook her head with a fake smile. No, man. I just want to go. Please stay here and I'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, as you say. She felt like she had finally been released from his hands and rushed to get things back. She slid key into the lock and turned it silently. When it finally opened, she sighed in relief, but as she was about to push the door open, she froze. So my guest came through again. She swallowed hard and looked back, seeing Chan behind her. She was slowing down her thought, her breathing again. When out of nowhere you poured those sugar-coated lips, I had already catched them. His eyes darkened in gripping his teeth. He raised his hand and gripping her the point. Enough. You will pay for this. No, please, let me tell you something. He didn't listen and dragged her forcefully. She tried to grab onto anything she could stop him from going upstairs. Terrified that time, she would show her hair. But since he was dragging her, she couldn't hold on to anything to stop herself. Just then her eyes fell on his waist, laid a knife stuck into his waistband. With no other choice, she grabbed that knife and stabbed him in the side of his stomach. He froze but didn't let go of her head. She closed her eyes again and stabbed his stomach a second time, very deeply this time. A painful steam came from his mouth as he finally let go of her head, releasing his grip. When she opened her eyes, his stomach bleeding her, and she covered her mouth in fear. But she could do nothing to help him. Clutching her pride, she stepped back, and she shook her head, then turned and ran away. It took her 6 hours to finally return home. Only she knew how hard it had been to reach her place, shuddering with fear. But when she was about to knock on the door, she noticed it was already unlocked. She pushed the door open and stepped inside. The home looked a complete mess, filled with smell. She pressed the back of her hand over her nose and mouth, taking small and careful steps. Hannah, she called. Hannah, where are you? Her eyes widened, tears dropping from her cheeks as she saw her picture Hannah's 15-year-old body sitting on the sofa in a scared state. Words couldn't even begin to describe that view. She was frozen. Tears slid from her eyes as she realized how hard it must have been for her. Dead, murdered. Jungkook had already come to her and murdered her, and only after that he kidnapped her, so even knew where she would come from after she tried to escape. As she broke down, realizing everything, seeing her friend like that. Then she heard footsteps coming towards her from behind, boots echoing. She knew who it was, but didn't dare to look back, knowing he was her fate. She started laughing and sending the chills right into her soul. Look who is back.